Hi, and thanks for joining me again. Appreciate you stopping by. I think I got the lighting situation figured a little bit better. Like I said before, I'm still kind of brand new at all this. The daytime videos lighting wasn't so bad, but at night it was pretty awful. Um, so I think I got that sorted. Trying a little bit more freestyle approach tonight. Instead of reading directly off a script, I just wanted to hit some bullet points. Um, and hopefully this is a little bit smoother, a little bit nicer. So I wanted to talk about doing what you want. You know, you don't need to follow what everyone else tells you that you should do. You may have people in your life that are trying to push you towards going to college or going to trade school, or following in the footsteps of your parents or whatever, and continuing on the family business, things like that. And you don't need to do those things, and you can choose a different path and be happy. Think about what it is that you want in this life, and why that's important to you. You have the opportunity to start your life off, to start your professional life in the way that you choose versus the way that someone else tells you that you should. So maybe you don't know yet. It's okay to not make a decision and just get a job. Do something for a while and see what you like, see what you don't like. You can get some work experience in, and you can learn about the different types of people that you end up working with, and work around for that matter. Learn the things that you're willing to sell your labor for, and the things that they really couldn't pay enough to do. And it's okay to start off like that, and then figure out what it is that you have a passion for, what it is that you want to pursue, and then make the decision. Is if you're going to go to college, especially in the United States, it's expensive. I mean, it's as much as buying a house in a lot of places, and that's an awfully big risk to take on something that you might not know anything about, or you might not know if you want to do that for the rest of your life. So think about it. Take the time and reflect, and make a decision that makes sense to you and that you believe in. I think that's pretty straightforward. But I know the pressure of being told that you have to go into this field. We've been talking about it, and we want you to do this one thing, when in reality I didn't know what I wanted to do. And at the time that I entered the workforce, it was not a time to be picky. I graduated high school right as the system was collapsing, as the stock market crashed, the housing market fell apart. It was kind of rough trying to find a job, let alone something that was, in my field of study, something that was going to pay. And you could get a lot of interviews, but a lot of times those interviews were just trying to get you to, join a gym or something like that, because they couldn't afford to pay anybody. They needed just people in the door. So I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't know if going into that particular field was going to be something that I could rely on, something that would be stable, something that I could support for a long time. Because I have kind of bad joints. I've had major surgery on my shoulder. I've had surgery on my knee. I need more surgeries on both of my knees, and need some nerve damage dealt with. So I didn't know if I was gonna physically be able to do that for a long period of time. So it didn't make sense for me to continue that way. because I couldn't just sit on the sidelines and do the academic thing in that regard, in that particular field. And it just didn't make sense to me. It wasn't something that I believed in, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I tried things out. I was a cook. I cooked at a few different restaurants. I waited tables. I've done all sorts of jobs. I worked for a big corporation. I did whatever came along, and I'm still figuring out my way, and I'm still figuring out what it is exactly that I want to do with my life. But now, as you can see, I've got white forming in my hair, and I'm starting to show my age a little bit, and it's okay. That's perfectly fine, because you live hopefully for a long time, and you can choose to stop and start and take a different path, try something new, take a break from what you're doing and pursue something else for a few years, whatever it is. You hopefully have the time. And I say that, hopefully, because you don't know how long it is you're going to be here. So it's important to do what's important now, and to try to do the things now that you want to do for the rest of your life. You want to look into, study. It's perfectly fine to do that. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. And to be honest with you, that's kind of the purpose of this whole video, is to tell you why exactly I'm doing this. I have things that I've been thinking about, have been on my mind for a long time. And I don't have any kids to pass it on to. And I don't know if I'm ever going to have kids. And that's okay. But I wanted to share some of the things that I've learned in my life so that hopefully I can help you. Hopefully you can look at the lessons that I've learned and that I continue to learn every day and take something away from it. Really, that's why I'm here. So I hope you consider it, and may peace and blessings be on you and those you love. Thank you.